Morning. So just to put things in perspective, I sailed for 10 years professionally. Prior to that, I was a consultant, consulting to schools for handicapped kids. I've been with the Brewer Yacht Yard Group for 30 years. Seems like a moment. During that time, I have had a lot of opportunities. I work for a great company that has 32 facilities from Maine all the way down to Maryland. And the owner is a wonderful man who is really interested in preserving his properties for long term. So that's given me a lot of flexibility. While I was with the Rhode Island Marine Trade Association, I'm proud to say that they are one of the sponsors here. I was asked if I would present at a national conference on storm preparedness. So in order to do that properly, I went to Florida, visited a half dozen or so marinas that have been affected by a variety of storms. We got to talk with their people, and that caused me to realize how diverse facilities are and how that diversity exposes them to a variety of risks. Some of them are exposed to the northeast, some of them are exposed to the south, some of them are very low properties. Each of us who operate facilities like these are a challenge. So the examples that we have within our group, you can see my marina is in a very well protected cove. North is to the left, and our main exposure is from the south. We have a marina in Plymouth, Massachusetts, that was completely destroyed at one point via northeaster, and as a result of that, we've done some wave attenuation, these huge structures that are built into dock structures that are built in Sweden. And in the last two nor'easters, since we put those in, we've sustained very, very little damage. We have a marina here in Rhode Island, the Greenwich Bay Marina, that during one of the nor'easters, there were, I think, 12 boats sunk, and there we built a wave fence that was quite expensive, but seems to do the proper job. We have a large marina, one of our larger marinas, about 1,000 slips in Connecticut, in Westbrook, that is very low-lying, and they flood very frequently. So with my facility, I thought, I've gone through a number of iterations of change and improvements, and I experienced Bob. It was sort of frightening. I'd just been on about 10 years then. And it seemed that our greatest risk, the elevation of my marina is about 14 feet above mean high water. And 2 minutes, great. So what we did was I said, okay, we're going to rebuild the place completely. We're able to dredge. We reconfigured the marina. So I said, okay, we're going to build, we have to buy all new docks anyway. So let's make the dock stronger. Let's make the pilings deeper into the ground, stronger and taller. So all of my docks are plus 14 mean high water. The other thing that we did, I have a relationship with a company called Commander's Weather. They're a private forecasting group, and they send me every day of the hurricane season, they send me a tropical update, which tells me what to expect. As events come closer and closer to us, I'm able to do my planning because I'm able to know whether the storm's going to go to the west of me, the east of me, whether the wind's going to be primarily from the north, the south, or wherever. And that permits me to help prepare for the storm. I'm going to get in this. So let me tell you about the hurricane preparation checklist that I did. I did this after visiting these marinas, and just as a follow-up to that original question that Grover had, one of the checklist items is for me to go with each one of my employees and make sure that he personally is prepared for the storm. And that's really important to me because I can't have him 2 or 3 days before the storm taking time off to prepare his own family. So I have 30 copies of these, and I'll leave them out on the table in the front, and I look forward to the rest of the day.